This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for June 15th, 2018. Corn market today down 1 to 2, beans down 19 to 22, Chicago wheat down 2 to 6, Minneapolis wheat down 7 to 9, Kansas City down 2 to 4. When you look to the weekly trades, corn down 16.5, beans down 63 3/4, Chicago wheat down 20.5, Minneapolis down 21 3/4, Kansas City down 18.5. Markets right now, you look to it, you can talk about weather, maybe a heat wave coming here to some degree, good start conditions, but all that matters right now is these tariffs. Obviously, $50 billion is something to take note of. China has already retaliated with a $50 billion tariff themselves, and we're stuck here with a trade war developing here over the weekend. Going to make for a wild week next week. If we can come together quickly and figure things out, that'll be very encouraging to the markets, but if we can't, it's going to have a real kind of cloud over the markets and keep us somewhat weighted down. That's the story. Price counts, 363, we're against it. Beans, 940, we're about at it. And we've actually accelerated below it here 10 cents today, but we can find that base around there. Next price counts are down around this 321 in corn and 881 in soybeans. We think that's a lot to ask for corns. Beans, you never know, but these are the dynamics we work within. So weaker tone, we think calmer heads will prevail as we work ahead. We think there's some bull undertones that'll help us recover back, but for right now, it's a risk-off trade, and that's what we've got to focus on. On the live cattle, our feeder cattle today, feeder cattle up anywhere from 3 to 430, live cattle up 2 to 290, hog market up 10 to down 37.5. So really kind of back and forth action there. On the week, we had the feeder cattle down 157.5, or excuse me, live cattle down 157.5. We had the feeder cattle up 70 and the hog market up 185. 110 to 112.50, kind of the cash trade here, dressed around that 177. So we'll kind of see where that comes. Cattle had a great performance. You kind of spent most of the day scratch around to see what would happen there. But China really not as big a deal to the cattle. They don't export a lot, so that's why you saw cattle kind of stand up. We hope the trade negotiations can bring greater demand for cattle and U.S. beef here as we work ahead. The hog market, on the other hand, faltered at the highs. We got resistance there, and along with this trade war brings uncertainty. So we'll come to next week, see what the base is, but the trade focus is going to be that very thing that we're going to be watching there and really set the tone next week. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.